Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm off to work. I had a nice quiet morning. The writing every morning has been going really well. I work today, but then I'm off for 3 days, so we'll have a little bit more to talk about then. It's June 29th, so I'm trying to wrap up some books for the month. And I think about the only thing I'm going to be able to finish this month is going to be Queens of Synesthesia. That's the last thing I'm going to be able to finish. Why it took me so long to figure out this is a King Lear retelling, I don't know. Apparently I'm brain dead. But it's really good. It's very intricate. So it's kind of a little hard to follow, but it's good. I want to talk more, but I gotta go to work. I will check in later, and then I'm off for 3 days, so we'll have more time to chat and do some things. But yeah, off to work. I need to get gas, and it's gonna be a long day, so not looking forward to it. But that's it. Hopefully it's a doable long day. Yeah. It is Tuesday morning. I did not check in last night because I was in a lot of pain and I just wanted to go to bed. I have something this sounds very serious. I'm not that serious right now. I'm just in a lot of pain. I have something that's wrong with my right shoulder / trapezius. So, and sometimes my whole right side of my body will spasm and I lose the ability to really do much with my right arm, and I lose feeling down the outside edge of my arm, so I currently can't feel anything in my pinky, and my whole right side is sort of spasming, so I'm sitting in this chair and it's really painful. But I just wanted to check in quickly and tell you what's up, because otherwise this vlog is just gonna be nothing. It is currently raining pretty hard actually, which is good because it hasn't rained in a few days and we need it. If that's not an adult statement, I don't know what is. I'll move around a bit. So today I'm just kind of taking it easy, and I'm laying down with the heating pack, and then I'm getting up and stretching, and I'm trying to alternate between not moving too much and moving a little bit, because if I don't move at all, then it also hurts. There's no happy place to be, and I don't really know how to fix it, and I've had it for years. So it's just, I have a low level of pain that I just live with all the time, and then right now, this would be a flare-up, and it's really bad. The lighting's probably terrible because I have that lighting. I don't know. I don't care today. And I don't care because I'm in too much pain to give a shit right now. So, Jesus went back to his apartment because he works tomorrow, and my brother's coming here today, and I don't know when he could show up at any time, and I'm trying desperately to finish Queens of Synesthesia, which I'm going to go back to. I'm listening to it a lot because it's hard for me to hold up the book. It's not a little book. It's not heavy, but it's a lot. The book just kind of goes on and on and on and on and on. I was trying to figure out why it feels like it's so long, and because it's a King Lear retelling, they're doing this in 5 pieces. She hasn't cut anything. It's beautifully written. It's very vivid and detailed, but it's a lot, and it goes on. And it could be cut. The joy of Shakespeare is you can actually cut a lot of stuff and keep a lot of the meaning. So that could have been done here. but this is told in 5 parts. King Lear is told in 5 acts, and I don't know, I feel like she could have gone one of 2 ways. She could have either shortened this and cut stuff, or she could have lengthened this and made 5 books from it. I don't know. I'm just trying to get through to the end. I'm on page 495. There's like 570 pages. So I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to go back to laying down with a heating pack because I'm in pain. This is probably the only update I'm really going to get to today because it hurts, and I'm hoping tomorrow it will magically be improved. But this is my life. Here at Raw Facts with Alyssa, I am in pain a lot. But it's manageable most of the time. Right now it's kind of hard, but I'm gonna go lay down with the heating pack. I'm gonna finish this stinking book, and then my brother will probably be here and I will hang out with him. I'm trying to make him bring me ice cream. I don't think he will though. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's the 1st of July. I'm not in as much pain as I was yesterday, so that's good. I took like anything I could find in the house to take for it. I basically did, and then I just laid like a bum for a long time, and with heating pads. So my plan for the day is to do some things. What am I going to do? I have reading plans just for sort of today-ish because I'm off today and tomorrow. So between today and tomorrow, I want to finish these 3 books. I want to finish Surrender, White People. I want to start Studying Charlotte, and I want to start A Song Below Water. And I think I can do that because they're all little baby books. So, I mean, that's probably like most like 10 hours of reading. But that's kind of the plan for reading for the day because I feel like I didn't get a lot done yesterday because my boyfriend was here, and then my brother was here, and then he came back, and then I have the hiccups. Anyway, so I was just playing, like, I felt like I was playing host all day. But one of the things I want to do, because it is pretty out today, it is not raining. I might look like a hot mess, but it is beautiful outside, and I think I'm going to go and find a couple little free libraries for us. So I think that's what I'm going to do, like, now. I'm going to get myself ready to do that. I'm going to start listening to Surrender, White People so I can do some stuff while I'm walking around. That's the other thing, is I have all 3 of these on audio from some way, shape, or form. So let's start with this. And I'm going to go about getting myself ready, and then we will meet back up when I find the first little library. I have a small pile of books I want to bring with me to exchange. I need to make sure I don't have more, and yeah, so let's rock and roll. Let's actually make this vlog be about me doing something other than just lying on my back and complaining about how it hurts, or talking about how I have to go to work and then come back home from work. I know, my life's been a little boring recently, and I'm sorry. But that's life. Anyway, goodbye. Okay. So, as I thought, that first one was a bust, because I didn't think there was one by my house. And there definitely isn't, or at least I can't see it. So we are going to try another one. So I'm going to plug in the next thing, and we're going to drive. This might be the biggest waste of time, but if we find one free library, I'm going to be really excited. I know that the Girl Scouts have put up at least 1 or 2, so they're out there, just don't know where the hell they are. Anyway, we're on the hunt. We have success. I found one. I'm very excited. It's in a park, so like I didn't see it at first, but we found it. So I'm going to grab a couple books and we're going to see what they have in their box. Let's go. First stop is sort of meh, but we found one, so I'm excited. So now I know that I know there's one there. I can at least keep putting stuff in there. Maybe it'll get better. On to the next one. Let's do it. So I found another one, but it's awkward because it's like literally in front of the playground, and I feel like they're gonna think that I'm a weirdo if I film it. So we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna bring my phone, and I'm gonna like take a picture, I guess, because there's an adorable little girl running around in the park, and I don't want her dad to think that I'm a freak. And there's some other little kids fishing behind it. It's really sweet. It's in a really sweet area, but I don't know. These are all kind of bust, though. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that was super awkward. Let's do it. Let's find the next one. I think I'm gonna go one more, because the other one's probably far away. But maybe we'll do the far away one. One more. Okay. All of these seem to be in parks, so we're gonna go on a hunt, because this one, when I pulled into the parking lot, it's not obvious. So I'm gonna grab a couple books. I'm gonna maybe just take my phone, so I don't look like a weirdo. And we're gonna see what we can find, if we can find anything, because I don't even know if we're gonna be able to find anything. Maybe we will do the one far away. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed in the little free libraries in my town. Like, do people read? Alright, lighting's probably off small, but like, I don't care right now. So, that last one, I have it on my phone. I switched to my phone because this was a very busy park and I had to walk into it. I guess there was another parking lot I could have gone into, but I didn't go into that one because I didn't know. This one was the weirdest of all the books, only because like this one was full of stuff, very small but full of stuff, but like almost everything had a religious bend to it, like about the Bible and Bible stories and saints, and I just, not my thing. If it's your thing, that's cool. It's not my thing. We've got one more to go to. I'm just gonna go to the faraway one because this has been such like a bummer of a trip. It makes me sad because this is such a good resource, and I feel like people in my area should read better books. So I am going to, maybe they just all end up at my book barn, and that's at the library, and that's why the little free libraries aren't so good, because my little book barn at the library is like awesome. Anyway, so let's put it in for the next thing. We're at our last stop. It's actually kind of pretty. There's like a lake, I think, and it looks like there were two boxes here. One is covered in garbage bags, and I decided to come down this little hill and see if there was one more, and it looks like there is. So let's see what it's like. Well, that was the ultimate fail. So they do have a great big box, but it's empty because it's like within this town beach thing. which I'm not allowed in the town beach, but I'm sure they would let me like sneak in and do books, but they don't have any books in there because of COVID. Boo. But it's nice that there's this town beach here. I wonder how I could become a resident and I wonder how I get into this beach. It's nice. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna find something to eat and we're gonna go home and we're gonna get back to reading. I am like making my way through Surrender White People and I'll probably be done with it by the time I get home. Anyway, that's it. Hi. So I'm back home. That was kind of like a bust. Let me take these out of my ears so I'm not like looking like a douche. That was kind of a bust. Like, I'm really disappointed in my town. I think I'm gonna post what I found. I'm gonna like try to do a tiny, no one's gonna listen to it call to action to my county and be like, guys, we have these little free libraries. Like, can we use them? Like, can we put good books in there? Sorry, I'm trying to open a box with a pen. That's a horrible idea. Ugh, but I can do it. So I got some book mail. But like, can we put some good books in there? Because it was really sad. Like, I'm disappointed. Like, the idea of the little free library makes my heart so happy. And like, okay, so like this is all I got. I got like a weird book about fairies, which I don't even know what this is about, but like, hopefully it's at least like humorous. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's from 2008. Hopefully it's not weird. But like, it's probably weird. Whatever. Okay, I got that. I got this because it just looked like interesting. I don't know what the orphan game is. And we don't put soapbox. We don't put summaries on the backs of books anymore. Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to know what my book's about before I read it? What's it about? I don't know. But we got it. Oh, here we go. It tells the story of a young woman's passage from the troubled family she's longing to escape to the family she struggles to create when she is forced into an early adulthood. As the war in Vietnam escalates, and as brush fires are blackening the California foothills, the Harris family shatters, and its members are driven to find new ways to live with one another. And this book portrays the powerful love that not only can bind a family, but can also break it apart. It's set in 1965. I mean, okay, fine. That sounds interesting. Never heard of it. I've never even heard of this author. Anyway, this one I got The Bridegroom because it's set as China is transitioning from Maoism to an open society, and I thought that that would be interesting, and I'm assuming that it focuses at least somewhat on women because it's called The Bridegroom, and we're going to see. It says this new collection of short stories by the award-winning author Waiting confirms Hodgins' reputation as a master storyteller as well as a master of the miniature. So they're short stories. Okay, cool, interesting. I got Treasure Island in a nice copy. That's nice. Don't have Treasure Island. Feel like I should. I got an Agatha Raisin. Not mad at this. I do enjoy a good mystery. Like, whoever put this in there, do you have more? Put them in. And then this weird YA book that I found. No, it's like, seems like it's about a boy growing up. What it has to do with tightrope walkers, I don't know. Maybe that's a metaphor. We'll find out. It says rich, dense, and memorable. Okay, but it looks like it was like a nice copy. I mean, it even has sprayed edges, so maybe this was like a thing way back when. Can you please use your little free libraries and put good stuff in there, not just like junky books and books about Jesus, because they're fine, but people want to read more than about Jesus. My neighbor's walking by and he's gonna think I'm so strange talking to myself. Oh, it's not even the good neighbor. I have problems with this neighbor. One day we can have a neighbor story time. Anywho, so I got some books, two of which I didn't know were shipping because I thought they weren't coming until like August. So I was super excited when I saw that they were actually shipping now. They are these like limited edition runs of different classics that have the like cutouts, and I got Persuasion because that was a new one that was coming out. I thought for fall, like I didn't think it was going to be out yet. And they're just absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and I love these. It's a little bent. I kind of want them all, but I can't get them all because there were only so many. There were like 5,000 printed. So I got Persuasion. And I also got, this is why it's so heavy, it's because I also got Jane Eyre. So these are some of my favorite books. And they're so lovely. 1,000 copies have been printed, and they're individually numbered. And this one is 2,359, and this one's like 5,000 and something. 5,905. So like they're just they're beautiful, and they have like a protective, like thick plastic cover on them because they are collectibles. So these go in my, like, I have very few special edition books, and these I love, and I really do want them all, and I will find almost all of them at some point. I think there's a Wuthering Heights. I don't need that one. We all know how I feel about that. And then the last thing that came today is City of Copper. So now I finally have the entire trilogy. And why does this have something sticky on it? Like, I feel like my books are coming like more messed up every time I buy them, but I now have every book for the trilogy, so I can start this. I might start City of Brass tomorrow, and now I'm gonna start Study in Charlotte because I finished Surrender White People, which is fantastic. It's just what I thought it was going to be. It's amazing. Exactly what I thought it would be. I thought it would be like blunt, to the point, humorous, informative, and like really easy to grasp, like the message. The message is really clear because it's like in your face, and it is so good. And I kind of want to order like multiple copies of this and send this to some of my friends because this book was so good. Because I'm not getting rid of my copy, that's for sure. But seriously, I listened to the audiobook, obviously, like, as I said, while I was driving around. It's a 5-hour audiobook. If you listen to things at multiple times speed, it does not take that long to listen to. It is really quick. And there was a lot in here to get in that short amount of time. And it's brilliant. And I highly, highly, highly recommend this. 5 stars. I stand by my post that I did on Instagram about this, that I think if you can't bring yourself to read a book like Stamped from the beginning because it's just too like academic and big and thick and heavy and dense, and like that's not how you read, and you want to learn but you just can't consume material like that. Do this, read this, listen to this, like somehow get this information in your ear holes, because, or eyeballs, because it's in here. A lot of what he talks about is in here, and he doesn't talk about it as in depth, but he touches on it, and he touches on things that maybe you didn't know about. He touches on things that have been overlooked in our history and whitewashed, and I love it. So yes, yes, yes. Thank you again to William Morrow for sending me this book, because I didn't know this was out. I didn't even know D.L. Hughley wrote books. I want to get his other book. What is it called? Stop Shooting Me. How Not to Get Shot. I want to get that one. Because I think he does a really good job of expressing the message that we need to hear in a way that is easy to get in your ear holes, rattle around in your brain, and get it. So yes, I cannot say any more highly that everyone should read this. Listen to it. It's something. It won't take up that much of your time. Anyway, so to change gears completely, we're gonna go to a nice little mystery and do a Study in Charlotte. I also have this on audiobook from the library, so I'm just gonna plug that in my little ear holes, and I'm gonna do a little tidying and play with my dogs, and I still have to do my writing for the day. I haven't been doing it in the morning the last 2 days because I've been getting up and doing other things, but I'm gonna get back into that tomorrow. But I have been doing it, just not like first thing in the morning. So let's get to it. I need to find a nice spot for these books where they won't get my new nice pretty copies, so they don't get destroyed. Anyway, that is all. It is a day. It's Thursday morning, and I'm just taking a little break as I walk the dogs. I'm just taking a seat by the lake, doing some pictures. Yeah, we're gonna have a chill day. It's my last day off. I gotta make sure I've got laundry done, and I've gotta edit last week's video. Like, that's a must happen. And I think later, when we're inside and in the blinding sun, we will do the mid-year freakout tag, because I keep seeing it going around, and you know what? I need to do it. I need to. So, let's get some coffee. Let's move these butts. Talk to you in a bit. Hello! So, I finished, do I have a hair on this? I finished The Song Below Water. I'm on the hunt for a book cart because I kind of want, I'm not like a big fan of the book cart thing, but really what I want, I think a book cart can fulfill. And what I want is I want something that, so like this is not my desk. I have a desk upstairs. This is my dining table. What I really want is something that, like, while I'm working on all of my like bookish posts and vlogs and TBRs and all of that, I have somewhere I can like put everything into and take everything out of, so that the table doesn't have to be a mess all the time. And I feel like a rolling cart will do that. I feel like I know that I don't want to spend like $40 on it. So I don't know. If you have like, I know that I don't have, I mean, I have Facebook, but I never use it. So I know there's Facebook Marketplace, but like if there's other places I can look for one where they'd be cheap. I've looked at Target and Michael's, and they have like the cheapest. Wayfair, Amazon, but I'm trying, like I'm hunting. But if you have links to somewhere where I can find one discounted, or you know someone who's just like selling one because they don't want one, that would be the best. I'll take that. Anywho, so I thought that before I start editing last week's vlog, because I'm so freaking behind, I got all the videos downloaded and into my editing software, and I think they're done processing so that I can actually now manipulate them all. I would do the mid-year freakout tag. So everyone's doing it. You know what it is if you are anywhere in the bookish space. I wrote out my notes, and yeah, so let's jump into it. So, the best book of 2020. So right now I think my two favorite books that have stayed with me are Crescent City and My Dark Vanessa. And there's a lot of other books that I've really been loving, like all the Illuminate files and things like that. But I know that those two for sure are going to be on my like end of year wrap up favorites, like hands down. Hemi, it is hot and Hemi is panting. Maybe I should turn the air on. Coffee. So number 2, the best sequel. This one was hard because I read a lot of series, and I've started a lot of series this year. I'm starting to finish a few this year, and I think because it's the most recent and it's the most unique, my favorite sequel, and it's one of my favorite, has like one of my favorite characters in it, Gemina. So I was just remembering, I'm looking at these questions, and I feel like somebody had a question about who their favorite characters were. There may be more questions than this. We'll do some stuff at the end, but anyway. So I think my favorite sequel so far has been Gemina. You know, I love so many books, but like right now, let's just stick with Gemina because it's flipping amazing. New releases that I haven't read that I really want to include Chain of Gold and Take a Hint, Danny Brown. Taking a Hint, Danny Brown is currently on script, so I may just go ahead and listen to that. I don't have a hard copy. Chain of Gold, I have to get back to going through the Mortal Instruments because I went backwards through the series. So I feel like I've read The Dark Artifices. I've read the other one that my brain's farting on, and I need to read Infernal Devices. And I need to actually read The Mortal Instruments. I read the first one. And then I have to read, I feel like I have to read a chunk of the short story collections before I can actually read Chain of Gold. So I'm hoping that by the end of the year I can get to Chain of Gold, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I really want to get there. Because I feel like at some point I have to like hook back into this series in some sort of like order. I know I've gone ass backwards, just get over it. My biggest disappointment, my most anticipated release, we'll go there first, I think is Blood and Honey. I don't know. I don't really know what's coming out. It's just so horrible. I'm such a bad book reviewer and booktuber. Like, I don't really know what's coming out. I'm just starting to get on like lists for publishers, and I'm really seeing like in a condensed form all the things that are coming out. Like, I'm excited for The Damned, but I'm reading that this week, so because it comes out next week, so that's the sequel to The Beautiful. I'm reading that now, or I'm gonna start that like after this. But I think I'm really excited for Blood and Honey, the sequel to Serpent and Dove. I know that not everybody loves that book, and people who love that book really love that book, but I just think it's like nice. It makes me happy. So it's not like literary gold. It just makes me happy, and I'm excited for that sequel to come out in the fall. My biggest disappointment is probably going to get people angry because I know a lot of people love this book, but I literally couldn't get through like 30 pages of it. I just found the writing, it didn't work for me. And that's My Sister, a Serial Killer. Like, the premise of it, amazing. And then I started to read it, and the writing just felt really, this is gonna sound mean, but it just felt really juvenile to me. And I think it's because it's a first person narrator, and I don't have an issue with that in general. It's just, I find that when I really dislike the way something's written and I can't connect to it, it's usually because it's in the first person. So I think it's more because it's a first person narrative than anything having to do with the way the author themselves writes, like their ability. But like, it didn't end up working for me, though I still think like this Lady Dexter idea is kind of awesome. Anyway, my biggest surprise, I've decided that the biggest surprise for my year was The Starless Sea, because I didn't think I was going to like that book, and I only read it because a book lady reads. Loved it so much, and we all know how I feel about the Night Circus. I dislike the Night Circus immensely. Like, I don't get the point of it. Writing's beautiful, a lot of the scenery is beautiful. What the hell's the point of that book? Like, I love the aesthetic of that book, but like, it's just, it made me wary of magical realism. That's how much I dislike the Night Circus, that when I read The Starless Sea, I was like, I'm gonna hate this book, and I just spent so much money on this book, and I absolutely loved it. And it is dense, and it is hard to get through, like, cause you gotta be on, cause there's a lot going on in there. But I loved it. Like, this little vignette of the man who fell in love with the moon, I think about that sometimes, and it's so beautifully written. I love it. Like, I absolutely love that book, and I really didn't think I was going to. My new favorite author, I have two, and the first is TJ Klune, who I just listened to an early copy of his book that's coming out in a couple weeks, The Extraordinaries, and it is phenomenal. Like, I can't wait to put posts up about it because I loved it. Like, I was literally like chuckling, like, it was so good. The dad, whoever does the dad's voice in the narration is just like, I love him. I loved it. Like, it was so good, and I can't wait for the next one. It's awesome. It's everything. And then, of course, the other love of this year that I discovered is Elizabeth Acevedo, and I mean, what list could be complete without her? None. There's no list because she's amazing. And I've even like talked to her a little bit in DMs, and she's just like the sweetest human being. And I adore her writing. I adore her. I stan her immensely. Like, she's amazing. So, a book that made you cry, I would say Crescent City. There's a vlog for it. I bawled my eyes out. Y'all saw it. A book that made me happy. I think the two books that made me the most happy recently are The Boyfriend Project, because I love how strong and independent and intelligent and put together both of our characters were in that romance. And that is a breath of fresh air, and that makes me so happy to see. And then, of course, I just said it, The Extraordinaries. Like, that, it's like a coming of age story for this group of like nerdy, outcast, queer, gay, lesbian, bisexual, is one of them trans, one might be trans, teenagers. And like, sexual orientation, gender stuff aside, like, I am a cis white female who's heterosexual. So like, I identified so much with those kids, and it goes to show like how much it, for anybody who's trying to like point out that like, oh, there's all these differences. No, we're all still teenagers. We're all still awkward. We all still have crushes. We all still feel inadequate. We all are embarrassed by our parents. We're all like dorky and weird, and it doesn't matter if you're queer. We're all dorky and weird, and like, it's just really nice to see this entire cast of LGBTQ teenagers going through what you would normally have seen in like a very cis hetero story like 10 years ago. So like, I don't know, I loved it. It made me laugh. Like, I remember feeling like all those feels, just being like mortified and like having crushes on people, and just like terribly embarrassed by my parents. So like, I love it. I absolutely love that book, and you all need to buy it and read it and all of that. There were questions that I think were on somebody else's that I was watching the other day that were like, who are your favorite new male and female book crushes? And I think my female crush is Hannah from Gemini. I think that she is a badass bitch, and I absolutely love her. I mean, Nick is pretty good from Gemini too. That's a pretty good male crush. But no, I think my male crush, I'm just gonna stay with Hunt. Like, I love Hunt. I want an angel who's an alpha hole, sorry Gabby, an alpha hole, but not an alpha hole, and it's actually really sweet and kind and just looks really gruff, and he can swoop in and save me, and I love him. And I can't wait for the next book to come out, because like, I need more, and he better not go through the Sarah J. Maas second book, the hero becomes a dick. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't want that. Even if you come out somehow with a better man, because Tamlin I didn't give two shits about either way, and like, I didn't care about Rhys in the first book. I didn't like the first book of Akatar, but you know what? So it's easy to come back with Rhys and be like, yes, he's amazing, because you started with nothing. But Hunt is amazing, and I do not want to watch him just fall into an oblivion of horribleness. Please do not do that to me. I will cry. Anywho, and then the last question is books I need to read by the end of the year. So things that I have or are coming, that these I jotted down 5, which are technically 8 because one's a series, but I want to finish Dark Dawn because I haven't finished the Nevernight Chronicles, because I'm still not ready, but a bunch of my friends are reading Nevernight now, so I will hook in with them, and when they get to it, I will just do it forced by, mob rule to finish a series that's gonna make me cry. And then Bloody Rose, which is the next in the Kings of the Wild. And I'm waiting to read that with somebody. And then I finally got my hands on a copy of, I believe it's The Vanishing Half. If I said that wrong, I'll correct it. But like, everybody has been talking about that book, and I didn't get it when I got my book of the month the other month. I'm still going through credits that I just have over there, and while I'm spending my credits, I figured I would get that book. So I got my hands on it finally because it was sold out on Amazon. I went to read Clap When You Land because Elizabeth Acevedo is just a goddess. And at some point I want to just read Mistborn, plus about 400 other books, but we'll get there slowly, catchy monkey. According to my Bookly account, I have read I read 137 books so far this year. It is July 2nd. But I feel like that might not be 100% accurate. I haven't put everybody into my spreadsheet from last month. From June. I haven't put everybody into my like regular spreadsheet, but we're doing all right. I upped my goal from 100 to 175. I may have to up that again. But we'll see. I'm still banking on at some point I'm gonna hit a slump. Like, it's gonna happen. So I don't wanna go straight to 200 because then I'm gonna miss my goal. But yeah, anyway. Well, I need to shut up. Okay. I just wanted to come in and say I am exporting last week's vlog. Finally. It's only Thursday. I'm so behind. But that's okay. I'm going to be a better vlogger next week. Sometimes nothing much happens, okay? I can't help it. But I work the next 2 days and then I'm off for 3 days. So there's gotta be something fun we can do in there, right? I hope. Okay, that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow at some point. Editing this vlog, I realized I need to do fewer like around work updates. Like, we can just talk once. Like, nothing happens in my day. I go to work. I work for 12 hours. I have nothing to tell you. So. Ooh. But you know who we haven't seen? The children. Turbo has found my beanbag chair and he sits in it now. And Mr. Hemi is 100% feeling better. Because I know he was feeling, like, was it last vlog? Like 2 vlogs ago he was sick. So he's way better. Right, Hem? You feeling good? Do you feel okay? Alright, I'm gonna walk them because they need to walk. And maybe get the mail. And I'm waiting for, I think it's an ARC, or maybe they're sending me a finished copy, but I'm waiting for this finished copy book ARC thing to come from Tortine because they want me to review it, and it comes out next week. I'm like, hello, how am I going to review it if I don't have it? I know you're going to send it to me. I know I'm going to love it because it's Tor. I freaking love Tor. How many times can I say that? I love Tor. Tor, and all of your publishing houses, I love you. And just like make me your spokeslady. Send me all your books. I will read them and I will tell the world how wonderful they are. Anyway, another week, another plea. And it's time to walk. Huh, Turbo? You want to walk? Those are some happy butts. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next update, whenever the hell that is. Bye. Good morning, my friend. So it is Friday morning. And I'm about to start a stretch, or technically I guess I'm in the middle of a stretch of a crazy like slightly more than 48 hours of work, I think. And the plan is to, I'll talk to you right now. I will talk to you when it's all over. Everything in between, it's not gonna happen. So, in reading update, I started The Damned, and by Renee Audier, and that's the sequel to The Beautiful, which I know is kind of like a mixed review book. I think it's interesting. I started talking about it with my book friends, and I realized that like last year when The Beautiful was coming out, nobody really shut up about it. And now that The Damned is coming out, nobody's really talking about it. So I think that shows you how well The Beautiful was received overall. But I'm a sucker for a good vampire book. And I read the first like 2 or so chapters of The Damned last night before I went to bed. And I think it's a lot more vampire-y. In The Beautiful, the vampire bit, like we all knew there were going to be vampires. They got billed as vampires. We really didn't talk about vampires. You good? We didn't really talk about vampires until like the very end of The Beautiful. So it was kind of a little bit of a letdown in that sense. Also, the audiobook, it was horrendous. The book was fine. The audiobook for that was horrendous. So I hope that they get somebody else to narrate The Damned. I obviously don't have that audiobook. Nobody gave me an advanced copy of that. Though I would love advanced copies of more audiobooks because, yes, and NetGalley is doing that now. So I'm super excited. Anywho, what I like about The Damned is that it seems like they are much more, I feel like the louder I talk, the louder you bang that bowl. Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, so no, I feel like now that the vampire stuff is out of the bag, they're just talking about it. So we like launched right in with like people becoming vampires, people we already knew were vampires or suspected and then got revealed as vampires, doing some cool stuff. And so I'm excited. I'm hoping that that momentum continues. The other thing I did was I read a little bit more of the Anti-Virginity Pact last night. And I still love the book. I think it's cute. Like, I just think it's a cute book. Is it gonna win any awards? Maybe not, but like, it's adorable and I like it. And I'm waiting for like the twisty bit, because I know there's gonna be like a twisty bit, not like in a thriller sort of way, but like somebody's secret's gonna get out and like somebody's reputation's gonna get ruined, and then like there's gonna be stuff. There's gonna be drama, and like I'm waiting for that to start. And I think I'm coming up on the halfway point, so I think like it has to come out soon. So yeah, and then I still have not started beta reading for my friend, but I'm gonna start that this weekend, I think. Now the other dog's gonna drink. Anyway, I love them. They make so much noise. So that's where I am reading, which means that I do not have an audiobook to listen to in the car, maybe even at work. So my thought was to read The House on in the Cerulean Sea. I want to say it's on it, In the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, because like I said in my mid-year freakout yesterday, I really am enjoying TJ Klune's, you're doing the same thing, you get louder. The louder I talk, the louder you get. Okay. I enjoy TJ Klune's writing immensely, and I want to read more from him. And right now, the only books I know of are The Extraordinaries, which I listen to, and The House in the Cerulean Sea. And I believe he has a couple other books. I want to say he has a couple other books. But again, I think these are both from, I want to say that at least The House in the Cerulean Sea is from Tor. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll just edit it out. But like, if I'm right, what am I telling you? I have a publishing house, and we are like, and they just don't know it yet. Like, you're my best friend and you don't know it yet, Tor. Anyway, so I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. I've got to do my writing. I want to, everything's uploaded to YouTube. I just need to finish my description and just like hit and post it for last week's vlog. So I'm gonna try to do that before I leave for work today, because nothing's happening tomorrow, nothing. If I could tee up a post on Instagram today for tomorrow, I will, but like nothing is happening tomorrow but work, because I'm literally gonna get home tomorrow, sleep for a nap, turn around and come back to work. But at least it's a holiday, so I get holiday pay. So cheers. Good morning. I hope everybody has a lovely, I hope everybody's actually off today and they've had like this lovely long weekend that I'm not going to have. But that's okay because I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So my long weekend is just shifted a little bit. That's it. I'm rambling. This cannot be another chatty freaking vlog. I want to go back to my nice quiet vlogs when I couldn't talk and I just filmed beautiful things and you didn't have to listen to me ramble. Maybe we can get back to those. Maybe next week. Who knows? That's it. Bye. Hi guys, it is Saturday, it is the 4th of July. I am done with my like 56 hours of work, and that's not all straight work, but like of working, and I poured myself a glass of wine. I've got 3 days off. I'm actually home at a reasonable hour. I think it's like 9 something because I had to work an early shift today after working a late shift yesterday. But I actually got to get some sleep, so I'm looking forward to relaxing. My back is killing me. I'm trying really hard to not let it affect me, but I'm in a lot of pain. When my back flares up, I am in a lot of pain, and I don't know how else to say it. P.S. It sounds like a war zone, and my neighbors are having a party across the street, and I kind of want to go join them. And by party, I mean there's like 5 people hanging out by a campfire. You can probably hear them screaming. So, but how do I wrap up this week? Happy 4th. Hemi is breathing creepily behind the camera. Hi. Say hi to the internet. Say hi YouTube. Hi. The dogs don't like the fireworks. Turbo is finally eating. He really does not like the fireworks. Hemi generally could care less, but if Turbo's upset, Hemi cares that Turbo's upset. When I just had Hemi, he and I used to sit and watch fireworks together. He does not care. As long as I'm calm, he's calm. But as soon as Turbo's not calm, he loses it. He doesn't like it. Anyway, I guess that's the finale of this fireworks because they are going nuts. So yeah, I think it was like minus all the back pain. I think it was a really good week. Hey Turbo, how are you doing? That's okay. It's okay. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to go take care of the dogs. 4th of July is just torture on pets, and I don't know why people don't realize that. I'm okay with not having fireworks. My poor dogs do not like this. Poor Turbo. He thinks we're under attack. If you won't even let me kiss you, I'm going inside. And they need to go for a while. Alright, come here. Alright, that's it. We're going. So, yeah. Cheers. Happy 4th. I hope you all had a lovely week. I'm going to try to get this vlog edited and up in some sort of timely manner this week, but who knows. Oh, the exciting news, because I actually hit 2,000 followers on my Instagram account, which is amazing. I cannot believe it. Like, I can't believe that like 2,000 people follow me and want to see like my bookish posts. It's like super exciting that anybody even gives 2 shits about what I have to say. So thank you everybody who follows me. If you don't follow me, please go follow me on Instagram. I will do a giveaway soon, and I just need to figure out like how I want to do the giveaway and do pictures and stuff for the giveaway. But yeah, I think I'll try to make it like a bigger giveaway because like this is, I know like to like people who have like tens of thousands of followers, 2,000 isn't a lot, but like I feel like that's quite an achievement. I'm gonna go. My dogs are tortured. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And thank you for just continuing to support me. Everybody here, I really appreciate it. Yeah, this has been like a really fun project, a really fun creative outlet, and I love it so much, and I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you so much. And